Hi Deb. My boyfriend and I are both 28 years old, out of grad school with great jobs, and living hundreds of miles away from family. I just want you to know I am seriously a grown-ass woman. He and I have been together for almost 4 years and have lived together for 1.5 years, but we have known each other since we were 18-year-old undergrads. When we first started dating it was winter and I was wearing long-sleeve tops, boots and jeans a lot more. I like to wear short skirts and tight dresses, but my skin is almost always covered from the neck down with the exception of my hands. Overall, I consider my clothing to be quite conservative. My attire has always been a point of contention. My boyfriend doesn't like me not wearing a bra even if it is not immediately obvious and my clothing covers it anyway. This is something I agreed to do though in order to keep the peace, but honestly he can't tell the difference anyway so I continue to not wear a bra occasionally. Lately he has put a lot of pressure on me to dress more alternative, including dyeing my hair a fashion color and returning back to the oversized shirts I used to wear when we were teens. I used to be a complete tomboy and would never wear skirts or anything other than jeans and t-shirts. I feel like he wants me to go back to that, but that's not who I am anymore. It wasn't even me for a good 2 years before we got together, so my more feminine appearance in adulthood shouldn't be a shock to him. Today I tried on an outfit for the weekend, a floor-length cotton spandex maxi skirt and a long-sleeved matching crop top. Thought it fits my body, the only skin showing is about an inch of my waist and my shoulders. But my boyfriend told me I was looking too sexy, would be the best dressed person there and I should put on jeans and t-shirt. I'm desperately trying to raise my confidence and get comfortable not being covered head to toe before summer starts, but I feel like I keep getting knocked back. I feel like I'm not enough, or I'm not attractive to him as I am, he just won't come out and say it. My boyfriend gets offended and upset whenever I tell him how I feel about his critical comments or suggestions on my appearance. I don't feel like I can really talk to him about it, but I would like to try again. What do you suggest I say to him? How should I handle his behavior for the best outcome?
Thank you for writing this question. It's one that I think in various forms rears its ugly head in many relationships. It may not be about the woman's attire, but it's her friends, where she goes for fun, it just all kinds of things. So this is something that comes up a lot. Let me say first that you have the patience of a saint, because I am of the mind that unless somebody is known to have special needs, has auditory processing problems, maybe is deaf and you need to write them notes or send them to sign language or something. I mean, to me, once you say something and you put up a boundary, you tell someone no, you tell someone what you aren't going to do, don't appreciate this kind of thing. That's it. You've already said it one time. Why do you need to keep repeating it over and over and over? What you're doing is, and there's a video on this channel about it, you're doing what I call the sunk cost fallacy. You figure, I've been with this guy so long, I'm going to keep investing more time and energy and try to make this work. You do not have that power. Now, let me explain. I know this sounds kind of fatalistic, but let me explain how I'm approaching this. You started dating this guy when you were a kid. You were 18 years old. And, now you guys are in your 20s. Okay. But the period of time that you spent with him is the period of time when people grow the most, change the most, and develop and mature into the person that they're going to be as an adult. You met him when you were a child and you've been in a relationship with him ever since. The person that you are now is not who you were at 18. The person that you are now is not who you're going to be at 34. These are the years the decades when people change the most. And who we start off with, very often, unless they grow with us, won't fit the person that we become, 5, 10, 12 years later. That's why there's so many divorces, and that's why people have been together for so long. they finally do get married, and then they end up splitting apart because they realize they've changed. They've been focusing on getting married instead of focusing on who they're marrying. And in your case, you're not looking at who this man has become. So let's talk about that for a minute. Let's look at, you were this kind of, I don't want to say timid, but kind of insecure young girl who really hadn't come into her own yet. Somewhat, you as teen girls will do, tend to be somewhat uncomfortable with their bodies. They feel ashamed and embarrassed or whatever. So, not all, but a lot. And so they cover it up with loose clothes, baggy clothes. They don't wear makeup, they don't do their hair, they don't go out of their way to look attractive. They're kind of like hiding themselves, hiding who they are. But at some point you got past that. You started wanting to dress in a more feminine way that showed your body. You became more comfortable with your sexuality and your femininity, and you decided to display it in a way that makes you feel comfortable. It's not saying that you have to walk around looking like you stepped out of a Fredericks or Hollywood catalog or anything, but you do want to dress in a way that emphasizes your curves and that makes you feel sexy and attractive and feminine. There's nothing wrong with that. Especially as you describe it, you're basically covered up. Your clothes just hug your curves. So I'm not really seeing where he's having such a problem with it. The only thing I can figure is that he's not comfortable with you being comfortable with your sexuality, and he feels threatened and he feels insecure. So he wants you to tone it down so that he doesn't have to feel threatened that other men will find you attractive and try to get at you. But still, even if they did, he has to have the faith and trust in you that you would shoot him down, and it wouldn't be anything that he would need to concern himself with, unless the guy got, disrespectful or handsy or something. Then, of course, you do. But that's the same reason why I think he's so concerned about, you going out braless, especially if you're wearing, spandex type clothes. I may sound old fashioned like this, but I firmly believe that a well dressed young woman should wear some kind of proper undergarments. Now, there are so many different varieties of bras, bralettes, sports bras, shelf tank tops. I mean, you don't have to put on, quote, a bra, but there should be something that provides some kind of support and control and that protects men and whatever from seeing like nipple action, and you know what I'm talking about. And that to me is probably what he's so concerned about. Because even though you feel like people can't, he doesn't notice. What about the other men? What about the women's husbands that are around you? What about the teenage boys that are around you? What about their dads that are around you? So it's not just about him, girlfriend. This is about what you're displaying a certain image. You seem like you want to change who how you present yourself. Just consider what I'm saying. I mean, you still do what you want, but just consider what I'm saying. When you go outside the house, you don't have control over nobody else. But what you can do is mitigate the possible drama that you would experience by, showing your high beams, and you know what I'm talking about. So let's move on from that. Now let's talk about this conversation that you want to have. Like I said, I don't see why you need to keep having it over and over because you told him the first time and he still hasn't changed it. So what does that mean? To me, that means that he's not trying to hear it. He's trying to get you to do what he wants you to do. He wants you to change, even to the point where he's asked you to walk around with your hair looking like a circus clown. I know this is, people be like, you need to come into modern times. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that. In my era, the only people that walked around with their hair all them different colors was prostitutes and circus clowns. So in my mind, that's still the way that it is. I don't see why people need to have blue, green, yellow, and striped hair and all these different colors of the hair. What you trying to do? I mean, when I see women looking like that, I just want to say, where's the rest of your outfit, your circus clown and your big shoes, your nose and stuff? That's what I think. So, why he's trying to get you to dress that way, that would be a question in my mind because I don't know if he wants an alternative chick, then maybe that's what he needs to go find because that doesn't sound like that's you. Just like that wouldn't be me. Some dude coming telling me to make my hair green or yellow or something. I'd be like, nope, 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 not happening. So in this instance, what I can say is if you do want to have this conversation one last time, you have to remember that you before you have it, come to a resolve on what's your outcome is. What is it that you want to have happen here? Do you want him to stop and just accept you as you are? That's one goal. If he doesn't do it, then what are you going to do? If you want him to say, well, yeah, this is what I like, but you don't have to do it, or maybe just do it sometimes, or how about a wig that's one of these colors or something? I mean, you may be a little flexible there. That's all on you. If would that be acceptable, you have to come to some kind of resolve about what kind of resolution you want to this issue. And then you also have to come to a resolution of what is it that's going to happen if he refuses to meet your demand. Okay, so then say you figure all that out, then you approach him because you're ready to say, if you don't leave me alone about this, I'm gonna walk because I need to be who I am. I need to be the woman that I am. I've grown and changed, and you need to grow and change too. Because see, that's the whole purpose of dating for me, is you find somebody who's a good fit. And the decade that you have met this guy and been with him is the decade of the greatest change of your life. Because after 30, I mean, you might change a little bit, but mostly it's between 18 and 29 that people change the most. So, he's just not changing with you. He's not appreciating the growth and maturity and the acceptance that you have arrived at as you've matured of your body and your femininity and your sexuality. So what you have to do is, come up with your little speech, and like I said, come up with your bottom line is going to be, and then you sit them down and you say, look, we've talked about this before. This is the final time I'm going to talk to you about this. I do not want you trying to change me. You're not going to tell me what to wear. You're not going to tell me how to do my hair. You're not going to tell me what other women are going to wear because I don't care. If I'm going to be the best dressed person in the room, good. If you want me to look like everybody else, why is that? Is that going to make you more comfortable or something for me to look all homey and broke down like I'm a broke college student? I'm not that person anymore. I'm not going to dress that way anymore. I'm not going to present myself that way anymore. Now, if that's a problem for you and it's something you can't get with, then we are most likely at the end of our journey here. And I would be sad for us to break up. Of course, I'm used to you just like you're used to me. And I, can look back and see a lot of great times that we've had together, a lot of ways that I've grown as a woman by being with you. But this could just very well be the end of the road and where we part ways. And I thank you for all the memories, but I can't do this anymore. You can't treat me like this. That's not going to work for me. So you say that to him and see what happens. I mean, that would have to be your final time talking about it, though, because you talk about it over and over and over. Is anything changing? Is he doing anything different? Sounds like he's escalating to me because now he done threw the hair in there. So you have a lot to think about how much this relationship is going to really be fulfilling for you, and how much of it is just a habit, and then make your decision to move on from there. But thanks for writing, and everyone listening to this, please hit the like and subscribe button to the Debsterism channel before you jump up out of here. I'll have another video for you guys in a day or two. Bye bye.